If you love a delicious cookie, then you ought to check these out. These are my oatmeal raisin and my double chocolate chip oatmeal cookies, made healthy vegan style. No oil, no wheat, no refined sugar, and no rice. They're absolutely delicious, and today I'm going to show you how to make your own. All right, so let's talk about what we're going to use for what are my favorite cookies. Oatmeal raisin cookies. We're going to use a base of chickpeas. We're going to use some dates to sweeten it, of course. We're going to use some organic, certified, glyphosate-free rolled oats. We're going to use some raisins. We're going to use some cashew butter, some walnut milk, baking soda, baking powder, cinnamon, and vanilla. So these are ingredients we're going to use to make these delicious oatmeal raisin cookies. Let's start putting them together. All right, so I'm going to start by blending all my wet ingredients with my chickpeas and my dates.
Now, if you're nut-free, you can use tahini to replace the cashew butter. The idea for this step is to blend the ingredients together until they're nice and smooth.
All right, so I've got it blended now, and this is what you want it to look like. You want it to be nice and smooth. You don't see any big chunks of dates or chickpeas in this, just a nice smooth batter. And now it's time to add our dry ingredients.
Something that I forgot to mention is that I get a lot of questions about baking powder and baking soda. This is a topic that I go to in detail in my app, and I even have a video on how to make your own baking powder that I share there, so you can check the description for the link to my app below the video.
All right, so guys, right now I have about 10 minutes into these cookies, and that's one thing I love about this recipe also, is that it's so quick and so easy to do. Now, the fun part, let's do some scooping.
So here I've lined my baking sheet with unbleached parchment paper, and this will help to keep the cookies from sticking.
All right, so now I'm done scooping my cookies. I've got 12 cookies here. I've got enough left in my container to do about another 2, maybe 3 cookies. So that gives you an idea of what you're dealing with and how many cookies this will yield if you're using a 3 tablespoon scoop.
Now I'm dipping my spatula in water to help keep it from sticking to the cookies.
All right, so we've got our oatmeal raisin cookies ready for a quick bake. While they're in the oven, we're gonna start making those delicious, high protein, double chocolate chip oatmeal cookies. All right, so we've got our oatmeal raisin cookies baking. Let's talk about the ingredients we're gonna use to make these delicious oatmeal high protein double chocolate chip cookies. Now, most of the base is gonna be the same. Now, we're changing up our base this time with the beans. We use chickpea for the oatmeal raisin. This time we're gonna use navy beans because they're higher in protein, and these are high protein cookies. We're gonna use the same rolled oats. We're gonna use the dates, the cashew butter, the walnut milk, the baking soda, baking powder, and vanilla. So those ingredients are all the same, just a different bean. What we're gonna do differently, we're gonna use some cocoa powder to make our chocolate chip cookie, obviously, and then we're gonna use chocolate chips. And for the protein powder, we're gonna use Complement protein powder, which is the protein powder that I promote because it's the one that I use and the one that I love because it has a great amino acid profile, very clean product. I recommend it. The link will be in the description below the video so you can check it out. All right, I did want to mention that anytime I do a recipe with chocolate, be it chocolate chips or cocoa powder, people ask me where to get clean chocolate. If you want to see where to get chocolate that is organic, that is date sweetened and doesn't have the refined sugar, that has low levels of lead and cadmium and all those things, then check out my app, hveating.com, and I have videos on where to source chocolate, where to source protein, where to source oats, where to source all the brands that are pivotal. All right, let's start putting these cookies together.
Okay, so this process is pretty much the same process as before, only we're adding the cocoa powder and the protein powder to give these cookies an extra boost of protein. Then we're gonna pulse just enough to combine our oats and baking soda and powder, as we don't want to over process our oats. Then it's time to add the raisins, which we'll gently mix into the batter. If you're enjoying this video, please like and subscribe below.
Okay, same process. We're gonna get our cookies scooped and on our pan and into the oven.
And by the way, if you have young kids, this would be a great place to involve them in the process.
Okay, that tastes really good, by the way. Okay, so now I have 12 cookies on the pan here, and the last time when I made my oatmeal raisin cookies, I had about 2 or 3 cookies left in the container. This time I have a lot more than that because we added the protein powder, so that's gonna give it more substance. So a little more here. This would probably make about 18 cookies or so. So if you make the chocolate chip, don't be surprised if you get extra cookies. Never a bad thing.
Okay, another great place where the kids can get involved and help out.
All right, time for our second batch of cookies to make it into the oven. Then we'll bring them both out and I'll do a taste test for you, of course. All right, and here they are. They have cooked and cooled, and we have 2 pans of delicious oatmeal raisin and high protein oatmeal chocolate chip cookies.
And by the way, these cookies store well in an airtight container in the fridge for up to 4 to 5 days. They also freeze well, so they're a great option to have on hand for a quick treat.
All right, so now I've got them all plated. There's only one thing left to do, or in this case, 2 things, because I'm going to taste this one and I'm going to taste this one for you, of course. That was perfect. Now for the chocolate. That's good too. You can't go wrong. My favorite is the regular, but some may love this one more. Of course, as always, you can make both. So if you're new to my channel and you're wondering how to see the recipe to videos like the one you just watched, look below the video and tap on the word more and you'll see the beginning of the recipe. Tap on the word more a second time and you'll see the full recipe, and then you can begin to make your own. Thanks for watching.